Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive, bringing you guys another episode of our Pokemon Road to Master Rank, where I climb the online VGC ladder using all sorts of cool Trick Room teams right now and try to get to the very top of the Masterball Tier. If you guys didn't check out the last episode, very, very cool stuff, including some of the closest matches we've actually had. So, highly recommend you guys check out the last episode. As always, I'm here with the Twitch homies, as we always do, hanging out live on twitch.tv/aDrive. Be sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you guys are new. And I've got a brand new team to feature for you guys today. We just did a couple practice battles. They went okay. Not exactly sold that this team is going to be super amazing, but we're going to try it out anyway. It's got some really cool components to it. So first things first, we got our Shiny Copperajah that we hatched the other day. It's got max attack, max HP with Iron Head, Play Rough, high horsepower, Power Whip with the Life Orb. Hits very, very hard. Sylveon, Choice Specs, Hyper Voice, spread damage, does a lot of damage, can really break through. Kind of does what TORKOAL does on the other team. Dusclops, really cool Trick Room setter with Frisk and Eviolite. Takes a lot of hits, sets up Trick Room, can burn things, Pain Split around. Hitmontop is the idea that I've been testing with Eject Button, Intimidate. Allows you to intimidate the opponent and then Eject Button out. Fake Out, Wide Guard is really good for spread moves. Gothitelle we've used before with the Shadow Tag, Colberberry, sets up Trick Room, also provides support. And then last but not least, we're running Araquanid here, which is the Sea Incense Water Bubble set. Not the perfect team, but it should be fun, and we get to showcase some different Pokemon here on our Road to Regionals, or Road to Rank series, rather. So, let's hop on, let's go to the Battle Stadium, and let's jump into the ranked battles, my friends. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. So my opponent's bringing a really cool team here that features Mimikyu, which could reverse Trick Room. My opponent also has the Excadrill T-Tar. So I'm gonna do the Hitmontop strategy, and I'm also gonna lead with Gothitelle so I can try to get up Trick Room. One thing I have to keep in mind is that Mimikyu could get very, very annoying very, very fast. So I can intimidate it, which is good, but the Mimikyu may be problematic. I think I'm gonna bring Sylveon in the back because I think that that's really strong here. And then I'm probably gonna bring, probably Copper. Although Araquanid looks okay too. But I think it's gonna be Copper, because I think Copper can beat down the team a little bit better than Araquanid can. Primarily because there's two Intimidators. My opponent's got a lot of Intimidators. Let's bring Copperajah and see how that goes. One thing I have to be very mindful of this match is I think my opponent is gonna probably use that Mimikyu to reverse Trick Room, or they're gonna use the Duraludon to try to knock out my Trick Room setter at the beginning. But Gothitelle should be able to live a hit from that, and the Hitmontop is carrying Wide Guard to stop the double kind of Rock Slide spam. So in the event that my opponent leads like Excadrill T-Tar, we're actually okay. And in the event my opponent leads like Duraludon, I think we could live a hit and fake out the other Pokemon. There could be a combination where this is really bad for me, depending on what my opponent brings. But let's see what they are going to bring. My opponent is very fancily dressed. I love her boots. She's going to leave Mimikyu T-Tar. I do believe that Mimikyu is going to try to reverse Trick Room. So I'm going to go this first turn here and actually not Trick Room, I think. Is that a terrible idea? I don't know. I'm thinking about just close combating the T-Tar, if I'm being honest. I mean, I get a double Intimidate off here, which is really strong. This is a tough turn, because I feel like the Mimikyu tries to get annoying here. So I think I want to just close combat the T-Tar. And then maybe helping hand close combat. Or I can fake out the T-Tar on the off chance that it doesn't Dynamax. But that seems like a wasted turn. I could also switch out in a Copper, but which isn't a terrible idea, but then I don't have Trick Room up. So I don't want to set Trick Room if he's going to set Trick Room, though. Maybe I'll just Trick Room anyway. I mean, my opponent's going to knock out my... If my opponent doubles Goth, then I die here, though, I think. So, yeah, I'm actually going to switch out Goth and go Copper. Yeah, I'm going to do that. This is kind of a crazy play. It may not work at all, but we're going to try it anyway. I'm going to go Copper here and see what happens. I think my opponent's going to Dynamax the T-Tar and then Trick Room. Dynamax T-Tar, go for Max Darkness into the Copperajah slot, and then Trick Room. Is that what they do? I have no idea. Like, this is one of those things where, like, I either nailed this play or I got it so wrong that we're gonna get wrecked. So, this is one of those, like, big brain strats that, like I said, it either works really well or it doesn't. So, he actually Shadow Claws into the Copper slot, so that was going for Gothitelle. And Max Darkness into the Copper slot as well. So, I guess it didn't go very well. But I get a close combat off into the Tyranitar here. It's probably weakness policy though. So this may not be all that helpful for me. Let's see, is he weakness policy? Yeah, saves weakness policy. So, can Mach Punch knock him out of this range? I don't know. We're gonna find out in a second though, aren't we? Aren't we gonna find out right now, team? It sounds so fun, doesn't it? I don't think Mach Punch is gonna do enough, but we're gonna try it anyway. So I'm gonna Mach Punch, and then I am going to, I think, concede defeat here with my little dude, my Copper here. What does he have in the back? I think I could win this with Sylveon either way. So let's Iron Head into the Mimikyu just in case. We're gonna find out if this Mach Punch doesn't have. I don't think it's gonna do enough though. I think we're gonna be just shy. I think he's gonna live on like 1 health. But we'll find out right now, won't we? That's the beauty of it. Yeah, that wasn't even close. Wasn't even close. All right, so this is not good. Play rough. He's gonna hit the Hitmon top. He's gonna eject us out, which is kind of nice. In some ways it's nice, some ways not so much nice. And I kind of have to go Goth here, which is annoying. But I might be able to get Trick Room up. If he attacks the Copperajah, I might be okay. He's gonna Max Knuckle into the what? The Copperajah. Okay. This is not looking great, but we're still in this. As crazy as it might seem. It's not looking great, but we're still in it. Not looking great, but we're still in it. Okay. Alright, we're gonna go Hitmon top here. We're going to be able to Mach Punch the Tyranitar and Trick Room. The problem here is my opponent definitely could Shadow Sneak into Hitmon top, which nullifies our stuff there. But I think Goth can get up Trick Room, so we're gonna Trick Room this time. And I'm going to Mach Punch the T-Tar. Very obvious play, but we'll try it. I mean, I did Intimidate again, so I nullified. So I think T-Tar's +1 now, because it was -2 Intimidates, and then the plus Knuckle, plus the Weakness Pulse, so I think he's +1. And the Mimikyu is -1, I think. I could check this, but I already picked my attacks. So I don't know, T-Tar might actually not have any way to stop this, this attack here, so. Well, if the T-Tar, if it doesn't have max guard, then we knock it out here anyway. And then, if I can get Trick Room up, that might be pretty strong. But I'm just worried that the Mimikyu, like that first turn, if I had just gotten Trick Room up, we might have been okay, but I didn't want to risk it. So let's see what he's going to do here. So he does show the max guard, so good play on my opponent's part. If I get really lucky, he attacks the Gothitelle, not the top. He actually goes Goth, that's fine. I get my Trick Room up, so not a huge deal. The situation I don't want to be in, though, is I don't want to be in a situation where it's a... oh, he's Room Service Mimikyu, man. Dude, these sets that I'm facing today are wild. I faced a Room Service set earlier today, too. Okay. So I think, actually, what I'm going to do here... Well, the T-Tar I can knock out right now, because he just went for max guard. So I can Mach Punch the T-Tar. I think I actually have to Dynamax my Gothitelle. So, because I cannot allow the Gothitelle to go down here. So I'm going to Dynamax, Max Mindstorm into Mimikyu just to break its disguise, and then I'm going to Mach Punch the Tyranitar. Well, I don't know if I like that, because I still need to get... I don't think that's the play. I'm just going to Psychic and just let him knock me out. And I'm going to Mach Punch the T-Tar. Alright, so I'll get rid of the T-Tar. And the Mimikyu is going to knock something out here. I don't know what it's going to be. I actually do get the Psychic off, so that tells me that the Mimikyu is not, like, fully lowest speed. If the Mimikyu might actually Trick Room here. I think the Mimikyu is going to Trick Room here. Let's see. I think he Trick Rooms. Yeah, he does Trick Room. Okay, good play by my opponent. Good play by my opponent. Yeah, there's not a whole lot I can do about that. I need to get my Sylveon in, and I don't have Trick Room up anymore. So this is looking like a very, very tough match for us to win. But if my opponent has Excadrill, maybe. It is Excadrill. That's good. Okay, I think I have to Trick Room to have a chance in this match again. But I think Shadow Claw probably knocks me out. Is there any way I win this? I have to Trick Room. And then I just Mach Punch. I don't think there's any way I win this. I need a crit Mach Punch here, I think. He's gonna Shadow Sneak. Yeah, so that's gonna be that. I don't think there's any way I can win this game at this point. My opponent having Trick Room, just allowing him to stop our Trick Room is just too strong for us. I don't think Goth lives that. Nah. Yeah, my opponent was really really well equipped with having the Trick Room on the Mimikyu. And that's something that we've dealt with a few times now, where I keep running into Mimikyu's that Trick Room, and like, I thought he was gonna Trick Room on that first turn, which is why I made the prediction. And of course I got it wrong, so it happens. There's not really any out for me at this point, so I'll let my opponent get the W here by just simply attacking, but I'll Mystical Fire into the Excadrill, but I think it's probably sashed. So it wasn't a bad couple turns for us. It's just that I didn't get the Trick Room up at the beginning, and then by the time I got it up, my opponent was able to reverse it. So some good plays by my opponent there. You know, it's kind of live and learn. Like I said, I don't necessarily think this team is insanely powerful right now. It's definitely a little awkward, but we'll try it out. So let's go for the Max Flare. Here comes the Iron Head. That's probably going to knock us out, but and then Mimikyu will knock us out. If he's not sashed, yeah, we still lost, dude. But we'll see. Maybe I'll get really lucky and the Max Flare will knock him out. He doesn't have sash. Yeah, he's sash. So we try really hard to bring it back, but it's just not gonna happen. So I'll end up just folding this one, because now there's definitely no way for us to win. So I'll just fold this one and give my opponent the GG. Good job, man. Well played on his part. That Mimikyu to reverse our Trick Room is very, very good. So we'll see if we can pick up the next one here. Not a huge deal though. So I think had I just went all out and Trick Room at the beginning, we would have been in a much more powerful position. But even then, that Tyranitar was just a little too annoying for us. So let's try the next one. And they are bringing full Trick Room, baby. So we're gonna see how that goes. Probably need to bring Dusclops. Copper looks really good. Sylveon's spread looks also pretty strong here. Him on top, not very good. Okay, so we definitely want Sylveon. We're probably gonna have to bring Copperajah. I'm probably gonna have to bring Dusclops. So Dusclops is gonna be our lead. I think I just lead Sylveon Dusclops maybe. Do I have any way to stop my opponent from just following me in DD here? And Trick Room? Well, I don't care if he Trick Rooms, I guess. Gotta bring Copper in the back. Copper might not be bad here though. Copper, and then I guess I'll bring Araquanid. Let's try that. This is a super awkward match. This is a very similar team to the team I've been running. So it's a pretty weird one. But we'll see how we handle it. I don't know. I'm not even gonna try to even bother with Fake Out because the Indeedee. So if I can get a really good first turn here with my Sylveon, we might be in an okay spot. But it's gonna be really hard to beat the Hatterene and Indeedee combo with this team. So I might just get beat by my own kind of strategy here that I've been running. Not that I came up with it, but you know what I mean. The one I've been using a lot. So let's see what they're gonna lead with here. It is gonna be the Mimikyu Rhyperior. Okay. So this might be a weakness policy Rhyperior set. We have to be very mindful of that. It's safety goggles and weakness policy. So it is. It is weakness policy. Okay, to be expected. So I need to 1,000,000% Will-O-Wisp that thing. And I need to probably go for the... Ooh, I'm in trouble, aren't I? I get Shadow Ball it, I guess. I'll Shadow Ball the Mimikyu. No, I need to get rid of that Rhyperior, I think. Yeah, he's gonna totally attack his own Rhyperior, I feel like. I don't know what he's gonna do, actually. Like, he might double Dusclops. Like, I have no clue what to expect right now. So he's gonna play rough into the Sylveon. Ooh, that's an offensive Mimikyu, too. That's a very offensive Mimikyu. Alright, well, now he knows what I wanted to do there, so rip me. Alright, well, I'm gonna still try to burn the Rhyperior here. And I am gonna actually switch my Sylveon out into Copperajah. My hope here is that Dusclops may be able to, like, hang in this battle, really. If I can spread burn around and, like, live enough hits. Dusclops may actually be able to do something here. If I can burn both Pokemon in the field, Dusclops is in a pretty good spot. Alright, so he's gonna probably Dynamax the Rhyperior. He's probably gonna double Dusclops. Yeah. So Hyper Voice was probably the best play there. I would have broke his Disguise in that first turn instead of Shadow Ball. I don't know. I should have just Hyper Voiced. I don't know why I didn't. That was a stupid play. But maybe he'll misplay. He goes for the Quake. Oh, tell me he went right into their Copperajah. Oof. That's a yikes from me, dog. That is a yikes from me, dog. And he gets a special defense boost on both Pokemon here. That's a yikes from me, dog. And the Willow comes off, does hit that. He's going to Trick Room his Mimikyu now, though. Which is fine. Yeah, he's going to Trick Room. Okay. What's Rhyperior's base speed? 40? What's Araquanid's? I think it's 40 as well. Speed time? Or it's 42? 42. Yeah, so he's faster. Alright, well, I'll go Araquanid, I think. What's my out here? I don't even know what it is. Oh, he's burned now, at least. I'm gonna go Sylveon. I'm gonna try to burn the Mimikyu now, since my Dusclops is faster. Maybe I can Hyper Voice here and live in attack. So let's Willow the Mimikyu, and let's Hyper Voice to break the Disguise. The Rhyperior is going to attack first, but since it's burned, I might live. He's going to Shadow Sneak into the Dusclops. Should do very minimal damage. That's fine. He might double Dusclops here as well, though. Okay, we burn the Mimikyu, which is good. And I assume he goes after Sylveon right now. He's going to Quake into what, the Sylveon? Or the Dusclops? He goes Sylveon. But we live because of the burn, which is good. It's going to give him a boost, but I'll at least break the Disguise here. Alright, there's still hope, as bad as this is looking. Alright, so we break the Disguise. We weaken the Dusclops. Okay. Alright, he gets burned. I can actually reverse Trick Room now. The problem is, if he has Storm Drain in the back, which he totally does. He totally has Storm Drain Gastro in the back. I think I'm going to use Dusclops to Pain Split that, and then I'm going to just Hyper Voice probably. He's going to sneak into my Dusclops. Now he's going to sneak into my Sylveon. That's fine. Yeah, so this turn might not be that bad, though, because Dusclops going to live, and then I can Pain Split the Rhyperior. Or I guess the Pain Split's gonna go first. That's a bummer. But I'll get a lot of health back anyway. And now he's gonna Max Quake again. Okay, we take it though. And since everything's burned, like Dusclops is doing pretty well hanging in there. I just don't know if Dusclops can win this. Alright, we go Araquanid. So Araquanid can definitely knock out the Rhyperior, or the Mimikyu, whichever I prefer. How many turns Trick Room? So he loses his Dynamax here, which is very nice. Which means he probably has to Rock Slide. And he's got 2 turns of Trick Room left. I think Yeah, I think I get rid of the Mimikyu. I'm just so worried that he's going to go into Gastrodon right now. That's what I'm really concerned about, is he goes into Gastrodon. I'm gonna Nightshade the Mimikyu, and I'm gonna Dynamax, Max Geyser the Rhyperior. But if he switches into Gastrodon, like, he just wins this game, I think. Alright, he's not gonna do that. I can live a max rockfall, so. And I can't be flinched from the rock slide, so. The thing is Rhyperior is gonna be faster right now. I needed to like stall another turn of Trick Room, or reverse Trick Room myself and protect. I could have done. Maybe that would have been the better play. Trick Room to reverse it and then protect. But he's gonna Shadow Sneak into my Dusclops. It's fine. That's his like main play right now. And then maybe he misses or something. All right, nice damage there. Oh, okay. Well, his Rhyperior isn't EV'd like I thought it was gonna be, so that works out really well. Okay. There's hope yet, team. If he does not bring Gastrodon, we're actually in a pretty good spot. Although TORKOAL kind of comes in and puts in a lot of work right now too. But we'll see. Is it Gastro? Ah, it is indeed the Gastrodon. Okay, so I'm gonna Pain Split Gastrodon, get some health here, and then I'm actually gonna max Flutter by the Gastrodon, I think. What's up, Salsa? Thanks for 54, man. How are you? Yeah, Totem Araquanid right here, guys. I don't care about that Mimikyu right now. It's not an issue. Pain Split. Give me some health back. The problem is the Gastro probably has Recover. He's going to Rock Slide the Gastrodon. I'm really surprised about that. But he can't flinch me, so it's fine. And Max Featherby should do a decent amount. Not a crazy amount, but it should do a decent chunk. Okay. Alright. About that. He gets special attack drop, which is very nice. Okay. And the play rough into the Araquanid doesn't really do much. Okay. Alright, so now the speed tiers are reversed, so I'm gonna Nightshade the Gastrodon and Max Flutter by the Gastrodon. Dusclops really impressing me in this battle. This is the first battle that we're really using Dusclops. He might just protect though. He's gonna protect Mimikyu, fine by me. And Max Flutterby is fastest. And we pick up the Gastro. Alright, well, we'll see what his last Pokemon is. It very well could be TORKOAL though. TORKOAL might be problematic, but I do have Wide Guard on my Araquanid once the Dynamaxing ends. So I can Liquidation now too. I've got one more turn left. So if it is TORKOAL, I can change the weather back. So it's TORKOAL. So I'm faster because this Trick Room isn't up. So I should be able to change the weather back right now, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just kidding. My thing ended. Okay, well I have Wide Guard. So I think our play here actually is to Nightshade the TORKOAL and Wide Guard actually to prevent the eruption, or I could just Liquidation into him too. Let me see here. There's no Trick Room, so I think I just Liquidation. The thing is, the only part that has me concerned is like the fact that his speed tiers have been kind of weird, but I'll just Liquidation. If it costs me the game because his speeds are weird, then what are you gonna do? Okay, this should do a lot, even with Sun. This is gonna do a lot of damage. Thank you, Araquanid, for 370 bits, man. So if he didn't Heat Wave, then we're in a really good spot here. He went for Eruption, perfect. So that's gonna do very little damage. Nice, guys. What a comeback, dude. He's gonna reverse Trick Room here and try to get off the Heat Waves, but I don't think he can beat both Pokemon at this point. So that was a really cool comeback. I don't want to get too excited, but I think we're in a pretty good spot here. So I'm just gonna Wide Guard because that covers the Heat Wave play, and he's just gonna forfeit. So my opponent gives up. The Wide Guard there would have saved us either way. Oh, thank you, Araquanid. So nice W there in a match that didn't look super promising initially, but we were able to kind of pull it back. So that showed me the power of Dusclops. Dusclops put in a tremendous amount of work in that battle. So let's grab another one with this team. Let's grab one more. Very interesting team, including Fake Out Scrafty. I think Trick Room is very important here. I think, I'm trying to think, Alright, let me think about this. We're definitely gonna get Trick Room up. It's just, do I want Gothitelle or do I want Dusclops? I think I want Gothitelle because I think Dusclops gonna have a little bit of a trickier time in this matchup. Maybe I bring both. We're definitely bringing Sylveon. I just have to make sure that I don't get faked out by the Scrafty. So I think I gotta bring Gothitelle. How do I feel about Hitmontop? I don't really like Hitmontop this one. I think I'm gonna bring Goth and I'm gonna bring, do I want to lead Sylveon? I'm gonna bring... Sylveon could be really good here. I think I'm gonna lead Goth Copper. Sylveon Dusclops. Kind of weird, but I think it could work. Let's try it. Kind of weird leading Copper. Maybe I should have led something like Araquanid, because if it's spread Charizard, it could be problematic. I'm trying to deal with the Scrafty here, so this is a very strange battle for us. The Corviknight is a problem. I mean, there's a lot of factors here that kind of play into this match that make it a little tricky. So, if we can get Trick Room up, though, we'll be in an okay spot. So, let's see. He's going to lead Glurock and Akira Heroic Kex. That's the Charizard. So, he's definitely Dynamaxing this Charizard here. My Copper's about to get wrecked. And he's going to fake out something, too. So, I'm probably going to fake out into the Scrafty. No, I think I need a Trick Room here. But I can't, because he's going to fake out me. Ugh. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to fake out the Scrafty. And then we're going to swap into Dusclops, I think. I'm assuming that I'm faster than the Scrafty, because the Scrafty's min speed. If that's not the case, then we're in trouble. So it's Wise Glasses and Assault Vest. Ah, strikeout. Nice miss, though. Okay. Could have been worse. All right, so we Trick Room, and we probably Willow the Scrafty to weaken his attacks. Kind of eliminate that thing from contention here. I mean, he's gonna knock off into the Gothitelle, but I have the Colbur Berry, so I should be able to get my Trick Room up here. And then on the following turn, we can Pain Split the Charizard. We know that the Scrafty is AV, so he's probably got an array of moves. So that means he's not Min Speed Scrafty. So this is where, like, the struggle comes in. Like, I thought he was Min Speed Scrafty, but he's gonna Dynamax the Charizard now and probably go for Max Flare and double into Gothitelle. I do think Goth can actually live the attacks, though. But we'll find out right now, won't we? That's why you play the games. Max Flare plus knockoff into Gothitelle. I don't know. We're going to find out. It's going to be an interesting situation here. I might just get blown back. So he may also knock off into the Dusclops. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. Let's see. He goes for Crunch. I got the Colbur. Depends on if he's offensive or not, really. That's a big win. It's a big win, team. All right. I burned the Dusclops. If he has Crunch, that means he probably doesn't have knockoff, so I don't see why you would run both. And I get Trick Room up. All right. Not bad, not bad. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to Pain Split the Charizard here and Psychic the Charizard. Or do I Nightshade it? I think I Pain Split it. Because he's got a lot more HP than me. I'm just going to leave that Scrafty there. To me, it's not really an issue. Alright, Nightshade was by far the better play. And I want him to knock out my Gothitelle. And he does. Thank you. Oh, Scrafty can't get knockoff now? Oh. Alright, well, here comes the Max Flare. That's fine. Oh my god, I did not expect that damage. He crit me. Did not expect that kind of damage there. That's a yikes for me, dog. Okay, how do I get out this? How do I beat that Charizard right now? I don't know if I can. I'm gonna go Copper. I'm gonna Pain Split the Charizard, hopefully get some health back. Double into the Charizard, maybe? I will Iron Head. Do I want to Iron Head him? Oh, it's because he's got Sun up now. That's why he took so little. Yeah, I don't know. He max guards. Good play. He's gonna knock out my my Dusclops now with this Scrafty. It's a good play on my opponent. He knew I was gonna try to Pain Split, and now he's gonna knock out the Dusclops with Crunch here. Yeah, good play on my opponent's part. I can't even be mad about that. That Charizard's a problem, dude. Like, Charizard's really, really strong. And the Sun just made it even stronger. Is that the end of his Dynamax? If it's not, then we definitely lost. I don't think there's any way out of this at this point for me. That is the end of his Dynamax, at least. So I have a chance here. I think what I need to do is I need to Iron Head the Charizard and max Hyper Beam. Yeah, max Hyper Beam into the Charizard. Or do I think Hyper Voice is enough? I think I have to do that. Yeah, I don't know if it, that's the problem. Like, I could just Hyper... Oh, he's going to switch out the Scrafty. That's good. He wants the Intimidate for later. And it's Corviknight. Okay. I can work with that. If I can pick up the KO here, then I can max play the Corviknight on the following turn. I have Sun up, and I can start to weaken the Scrafty. This is going to be a really hard one to bring back, but it's doable still. The crit on the Dusclops is very unfortunate, but it's all good. Okay, so I think we do pick up the KO on the Charizard here. Iron Head. Yeah, I could have Hyper Voice, but that's okay. And max Starfall. Okay, now this game just comes down to how, well, what his fourth is, first of all. The Scrafty's like not an issue right now. He's gonna intimidate my Copperajah, but it's really not a huge issue. So it's Life Orb Pika. So I can Fire Move the Corviknight here and knock it out, which is good. I just don't know what his last is. If his last is like Gastrodon, then I think we're okay. Okay, we can work with that. How many turns Trick Room do I have? 1. Last turn of Trick Room. So this is the problem here. So I have to Power Whip the Gastrodon. If my opponent double protects, then I'm probably in trouble. We'll Max Flare into the Corviknight here and Power Whip the Gastrodon. If he protects with everything. Okay, this is good. Okay. And I think we knock out the Corviknight with Max Flare here. He might not have Protect. Nice. Sweet, dude. That Sun boosted. Yeah, nice. Way to bring it back, dude. What a game. That was a good bring back there. That was a good way to bring it back. Good way to bring it back, dude. Now he's just got to burn Scrafty. That's it. I have a Sylveon. Trick Room's over, but Scrafty can't beat a Dynamax Sylveon at this point. And Copperajah, so we're good. That's game, dude. Very nice. Very, very nice, man. That was a close one. Definitely looked like we were going to lose that one, but we were able to put enough offensive pressure on. That Charizard wrecked us, dude. Like, I think I need Rock Slide on Copperajah, maybe over Play Rough for that instance alone, just for that. But we're going to go for the Play Rough here onto the Scrafty, and then we will go for the Max Strike into the Scrafty. If he does protect, he's probably going to fake out Copper, but... Oh, he's Drain Punch. Yeah, he's AV, so he's going to Drain Punch. He's going to do very little damage. If I hit the Play Rough, he's dead. If I don't hit the Play Rough, then he dies to the Hyper Voice. So, yeah, that's it. Trick Room's over, so That's gonna be a game. GD to my opponent there. Very good one. And that's gonna wrap up this episode. So tried a completely different team today. We still picked up 2 out of 3, so really can't be too upset about that. Rocking Dusclops, Gothitelle, Sylveon, Hitmontop, Araquanid, and Copperajah. So this is kind of a way different strategy for Trick Room than what we've been using, but still a really cool team. And overall, picking up 2 out of 3 wins right now, not too shabby. I can't be too upset about that. Let's take a look at my opponent's team, actually. Choice Scarf, Gardevoir, Wise Glasses, which boosted the power of special type attacks on the Charizard. Citrus Berry, Iron Defense Root, interesting. Assault Vest Scrafty, and leftovers Umbreon with Foul Play and Snarl, and then Gastro with the Wiki. And then, cool stuff, man. Very cool game, though. So, that is that. I'm going to quit before I accidentally jump into another game. So that's going to be the end of this episode, guys, for YouTube. Be sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you guys are new, and keep an eye out for more of our Road to Ranked Master Ball series. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Butterfree, go!